What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back. We've got the big camera out today and we are going to make a vlog. And I don't remember what I showed you in the last one, so I'm going to show you again. And if I did show you already, I apologize. Got a hair on my screen there. There we go. But we cut down the tree that fell. So look at here. Got the tree down, it fell, it broke up there, laid here, fell, crushed the fence, which fence is coming out anyway. We've got to clean this pile up, but as of right now, we're getting it into the dump trailer. Dog's out here having a good old time. Hey, Bobot. Bobot. What are you doing, Bubby? Well, we're just out here. We're actually waiting for the UPS guy to show up. And that's what today's vlog's going to be. But we're actually waiting for the UPS dude to show up because we have a bar coming for the four-wheeler, the light bar. So that's what we're doing today. We are waiting for that. And then I think we might get into some yard mowing today, actually. As far as that goes, I mean, the grass is mainly this dead stuff, so I'm going to mow it really low. But we do got these taller stuff and these weeds just poking through everywhere, so may have to get something done with that. But yeah, I don't know. See what we get into. There's a dog. He's just peeing on everything because he's a dog. That's what they do. Rose bushes are turning green again. That's good. So, no, I just got out of the shower, and I had thought I heard the UPS guy come in, and let's turn that around so we can make sure we're straight when we're walking. It's got a little level on it. I got a selfie stick type deal on the camera, and we're gonna start using the big camera because you know you pay for it and I don't ever use it. So but I gotta run in, and apparently I forgot my keys inside, so we're gonna do that. And then here comes the dog again, and we'll get the garage opened up and we'll be back with you. Alright guys, we're back. We got our package, man. We got it. The UPS guy actually dropped it off at my neighbor's and she brought it over. But we got our package for the four-wheeler. So let's get the camera set up here and we're opening it. Open this package. Actually, I'll just set you on the barbecue grill over here. That did hurt, pinch myself, but that's alright. Ouch. Pinch myself with the damn tripod, but anyway, this is not working the way I'm supposed to. Not doing it here, but we just got our package. So this is what we got. It's just a little 7-inch light bar, China special type thing. It's going to go in just like so. Positive, negative, of course. Super simple. And it's going to hang right there. We got mounts for it, and I think the mounts are going to be way too big, but we're still going to the opening measures, so I'm on, not even the camera. The opening measure 10 inches, but we got these mounts. It's all Amazon, Chinese crap. Those ain't gonna work. Yeah, those are not gonna work. Those are way too big for what I need. way too big. All right, well, I'm gonna have to order different mounts apparently. Yeah, that's not gonna work, so we're gonna figure that out. All right, guys, girlfriend's getting ready to take off with the four-wheeler, but I wanted to show you all this. I got it mounted. I haven't got the wiring done yet because I can't find my butt connectors and my heat shrink that I know I have a whole bunch of. So we move on to the next project, which is this. So we're getting that put back together. Here's the valve cover. The gasket's I'm just gonna RTV it. So that's what we're doing now. We'll be back in a second. Well, no, we won't. We'll go get RTV. My camera's down to 2 bars. I don't know how long it lasts. Ultra black. Never use red unless you're doing exhaust work. Oil resistant. That's what you're supposed to use. Like my shop chair? Pretty cool, isn't it? I got like 4 of these things here. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry, like I say, my shop chair, pretty fancy, huh? Whee! It's going dead. I gotta plug it in. Well, we're putting this valve cover back together now here. We're gonna RTV it. We cleaned it up real nice. I just washed it with some soap and water. Dried it out real good. I ain't too worried about a little bit of fluid getting in there. We're just gonna RTV this thing real good. So you're probably wondering, well, Shane, why are you RTVing it? Well, I'll tell you. This thing is from the 80s, and no one sells the valve cover gasket for it anymore. They don't make them. It's a 14.5 Kohler Commander, and it is an 83 or 84, but it was the before they changed the valve cover. So like the next year they changed the valve cover design to a standard valve cover design. And so you can't buy new valve cover gaskets for this. At least I couldn't find one for the amount of money I was willing to pay for it, because there was like 25 people selling them on Etsy, weirdly enough. but they want like 40 bucks for a valve cover gasket that should be $5, and that's because they're making it themselves. If I wanted to do that, I'd make it myself. You know, get some cork and make it myself. However, I don't care to do that. So, I'm just going to for all intents and purposes that I'm just going to I'm just gonna say the hell with it, and we're going to make do with what we got. Now, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So you see where the spark plug goes in at? And this is the valve cover. So on the newer ones, the valve cover looks like a Briggs & Stratton valve cover, which I'll show you. So I just happen to have one over here. It looks like this. Similar to this, but it's up and down. The one that we have is the big cast one, and apparently they had a problem with them leaking, which is the problem we're having. And she gets down on the exhaust and it can start a fire actually, and this one has almost been on fire a couple of times because of it. This is just the little junk mower. This is the 42-inch. It's got the roller on it. The belt's off too. I didn't notice that till right now. But yeah, this is the junk one, man. It's 14 and a half. I'm going to move this wheelchair out of the way. I'm tired of running it around. Put it back here out of the way. We'll put it where the lawnmower was. Whee! All right. Throw my mat away now. This is an old mat out of the old van. I literally left it. Put it underneath there because the engine was leaking oil. Now, y'all are going to get mad at me here in a minute. I ain't even going to lie to you. Okay? Because, like I said before, we don't give two shits about that damn engine. Mainly because we have nicer ones. If we want to, we could switch on there. So we're about to put some dirty motor oil in this thing and crank her up and see what we got, because, you know, that's what we do. But this is the old girl, man. The two new ones are out there. This is the old one. This was a $200, the hood's over here by the way, $200 pickup off the side of the road the guy got my house from, which you know I talk about him all the time. He calls me and he says, hey, you know anybody's interested in a 42-inch lawnmower? And I said, well, no, not really, but you can never have too many riding lawnmowers, parts and different shit. And so when Frank was living here, I told him about it, and he's like, well, yeah, I kind of want a new one, because he was using that old little Poland that broke down on us a bunch of times. And he said, well, I kind of want another one. I said, okay, well, I'll tell Steve, and we'll get out there. And I called him back, and I said, yeah, go ahead. We'll go ahead and take it. We'll just go ahead, call it, get it, let him know we'll come get it. He said, come get it. Hell, it's at my house. He goes, I already picked it up. I said, really? And he said, yeah. He said, not only did I pick it up today, but I stopped by the parts store on the way home and got a new battery for it because the battery was dead. And new blades. And I said, well, what'd you do that for? He goes, well, I figured if it's going to y'all, I might as well. I said, okay. So we went over there and he had already got the blades on it. And it already got this. It's full of gas too. That gas is 3 years old. I bet you won't even run on it. But we don't use ethanol gas, so it doesn't break down. So that's always a plus too. But he said, well, I'd almost bet you it's worth $200. And he said, well, I said, well, what'd you pay for it? And he said, well, I paid $200. And I said, well, let me give you an extra $50 for the battery and the blades. And he said, no. He said, you know, y'all are like family. $200. I said, okay. And Frank peeled out $200 out of his wallet and bought it, and he got on it and rode it back home. And here it sits. And this is the first motor, or not the first motor, but the first tractor, I guess you would call it, lawnmower, mower, tractor, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever owned with a Kohler engine on it. I've never owned one with a Kohler engine on it. Never. This has got a Kohler Commander on it, and I have never, until this one, owned one with a Kohler engine. All the lawnmowers that I've ever had, including those two, even the push mowers, all of them have had, other than one that had a Honda engine on it, which threw a rod finally after, which I thought Hondas were supposed to be bulletproof, but I guess not. But yeah, so no, I've never owned one with a Kohler engine on it. And so I thought, well, this will be interesting. And then I thought, you know, oh, it'll be okay, you know, and why is that not going down? Come on now. Shut the door on the van. I've been so open all day. But I better make sure the battery's not dead, huh? But yeah, so we've ordered a bunch of parts for it. And you can get just about anything off of Amazon for it. We got the oil filters, we got the air cleaners and all that, but you cannot find a valve cover gasket because they changed them next year. Oil filters are all the same. Air filters are all the same. On all the Commanders, they're all the same. But for some reason, they had that issue with that leaking. So they changed valve cover gaskets, or valve covers. Okay, it's not dead. All right, good. I also need to get my stickers on this van, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. Not really doing much. But anyway, well, I'm actually going to turn this off for a minute because I think it's dying. And I'm going to wait for that to tack up for about 15, and then we'll get back with you and get it put on. Be back in a little bit. All right, guys. Well, we're back. We was digging through. I didn't let that tack up all the way, but I'm just going to send it. I don't care. So right now we got to get our new spark plug for the rig, you know. And so we're going to get our new spark plug for the rig. And I got a spark plug. It's right here. And as you can tell, when I say new, I mean new to that rig, because it's definitely not new. And we're just gonna send it now. I think we're going to try to gap this guy. You know, because you know, why would you not try to gap the plugs? We got our plug here. We got all sorts of the gappy tools. Well, we're just going to go with the old spark plug masher gapper to 9000 here. And we're going to set her to a good old, you know, going to do 40 thous, you know. Going to do a good 40 thou. And it is a used spark plug, like I said, so we got our gun thing, and we're going to go Craigslist rebuild this. Oh, my camera's going limp on me. Got to give it another pill. Anyway, got to go Craigslist rebuild this. And if you've ever watched Vice Grip Garage, you know what I'm talking about when I say Craigslist rebuild. It means you take your spark plug, and you take your nozzle and you hook it up to your air compressor, like so. I think y'all probably know how to do this. And you take the spark plug that's used and you just brand new. That's how you do it. If this isn't the absolute cleanest spark plug you have ever seen in your life, look down in there. It's beautiful. There it is. See that? It's clean. It's beautiful. Now this spark plug's only got a season on it, you know, and that's pretty good. Spot, what are you doing? Let me let you back in the house, Bubba. Come on. I'll let you back in. He don't want to run around outside forever. He's lazy. You know. Come on. That's a good boy. He comes out and he run around. He goes in the garage, and goes and visits the neighbor, and then he's back right back where he went. We're going to get our spark. We got our spark plug, right? Okay. And we got our spark plug tool over here. And I'm just doing everything I can today to make the internet mad. So we're going to get our spark plug installing tool. Which is right there. That one ain't got the rubber in it. Neither does that one. You telling me I don't got a good... It'll work. So we got our spark plug, and now we got our spark plug installing tool. See? And then you come over here, and you get down on your knees. That's what she said. And you... Oh, you know what? There's a spark plug in it. Okay. Yeah. Let's see if this one's in better condition than that one or not. Think we can run it out with the spark plug uninstalling tool? By that I mean put it in reverse and uninstall it. No. That one's not bad neither. This one's a little better, but not bad. Installed. Don't know if you all caught that or not. I hope you did. But installed. Okay. Now we'll pop our wire back on there. So we realize, well, there we go. I didn't realize there was a spark plug in it. Here we go. Well, see, then this is the one that come out of it. And as you can tell, it ain't got that many years on it neither. It's a little... I mean, she been running a little fat, but ain't bad. All right. Now, we take our other premium spark plug and put it over here in our spark plug drawer because it's still good, probably. But I took all the time to clean the other one, so I mean, why wouldn't you use it? All right, all right, all right. This is probably tacked up long enough. After I just stuck my camera holder dealie in her. But let me get you a minty location, okay? To see what we're doing, you know. It's all about the camera angles, boys and girls. That's perfect, you know what I mean? That's perfect. You know what? We'll even zoom in a little bit. so you can really see what we got going on. Oh yeah. It's all about the camera angles. Y'all come back, man, for the best camera angles you ain't ever seen, I tell you. I'm telling you. You had to use this $600 camera like 3 times, and I thought, you know, hell, might as well be a YouTuber, everybody else does it. So, that's kind of how that story went. Gotta go get my shop chair, hold on. I put it up too soon, I forgot I had to bolt that thing on there. Here we come. Whoa! Ha-ha! I wrecked the shop chair. Okay. All right. Oh, hell. We put the valve cover gasket installer up. Darn it. Well, let's get it back out here. Where's my bolts at? They're on top of the motor. As you can tell, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, you couldn't tell that already. We're not cleaning the bolts, by the way. We didn't clean the, we cleaned the valve cover, but we didn't clean the bolts. Let me go get the valve cover gasket installer tool here. And hey, you know what? I bet you, I'll tell you right now, hey, you might think I'm weird and my shop's all screwed up because I actually know where my 10mm sockets are. I know, it's crazy. I know. But I know where they're at, you know, and most of them anyway. Oh, I gotta clean this off. There we go. Here, let's go over here. And by clean it off, I mean get a dirty rag and clean it off. Ouch. I run myself over with the shop chair. Go away. You're probably thinking, well, Shane, if you just turned the damn thing off, it wouldn't hit you. Well, you want to know something? You're right. It wouldn't. But, you know, whatever. Get out of it. Okay, well, guess what? No one even cares. Sorry. Get one started. Now by getting started, I mean go ahead and zip her on home with the impact here. I was joking, I wouldn't mean that at all. Now 2 of these are longer than the others, I think. I don't know, pretty sure. I know one of them for sure is longer than the other because okay, that was a little much, I know. I don't think I let her tack up long enough, but nope, that was too long. So the long ones go in the bottom of it. Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Well, now wait a minute now. Something ain't right. Because I know this one goes somewhere. Oh, that goes on the bottom, okay. And then that goes on the side. Pretty sure this one goes down here. Nope. Well, that's weird. So is this one shorter? I don't know what's going on here, boys. That doesn't go there. Yeah, that go away. So that goes over here then. Yep. But I got it upside down. That makes sense. And then your torque spec on this is, well, you really just want to go until your elbow pops, you know. And that's kind of what we're going to do here. Now, I don't know why this one's too long, too. I think maybe this one's longer than the other one. I don't know. This one's shorter. I know this. So maybe this one goes down there. Okay. That one don't go in all the way, did it? Well, that's weird, isn't it? I'm probably missing a bracket for something. I am, right there. Okay. Okay, so this one needs to come off. And this one, I'll figure it out in a minute. It's been apart for like 3 years. And so this one here is thicker. It goes here because it's the exhaust bracket. And then the other one probably goes on this side where the damn thing's cut out at for it, for the spark plug wire, I'm guessing. I'm assuming. I don't know, but we'll get it back together. So this is the long one and that's the long one. Yeah, that's the way it works. So this feller goes on here. And then this feller I know what I'm doing. Okay? Don't doubt me. All right now. And then this one goes somewhere, and I don't know where. But we're going to put it on here, and we're going to just hope it works. We're going to put it on here. Now I don't know that it goes there, but that's where she's going. Yeah, that's got to be where it goes right there. And it was for the... Oh, I bet you it holds the wires for this. Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right. Now you come back in here with your torque wrench. And by torque wrench, I mean well-calibrated elbow. And I looked it up on the internet already, so I know you don't believe me, but I did. And you want to torque them right at crack the aluminum. So, just bam. Click, okay. Click, okay, you hear my elbow popping, don't you? Click. Click, okay. Torqued to spec. There you put your little air vent back on there. Not that it works. I done told you we was putting used oil, motor oil in this damn thing, didn't I? I sure did. I don't know what kind yet. We're gonna put some in. We're gonna fire her up. Unzoom now, we get the shot, the whole shot, see? I really gotta get some shop towels, you know? Should oughta. Now. Oh, I know what I went over there for, pliers. Boys, you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I ain't too good at this YouTube thing. I'm getting all the shots though, I think. Not really. Now this thing is probably dead. And being that it's been setting for, I don't know, 2-3 years. Probably dead, and probably has horrible gas in it. Now, had saying those two things, we're still going to try to start it and see if it works. Okay. Let's see. Oil. We'll check the oil. That's what we got to do. Gotta get your rag, you know. Hell, it's got oil in it. Yeah, it's probably over full. Yeah. I don't even think we need to add used oil in there. Probably not anyway, but we don't need to. She's got oil in her. She's full. Well, let's go ahead and see if she's gonna fire for us. Bet you it does. She's just loyal, you know. Turn our gas on. Just choke the piss right out of her. Well, boys, I think our battery's dead. Ain't that bad? It's okay. Got a remedy for that too. That thing got 4 bolts in her. Now she's got 13. Bet you she goes. What do you think, guys? Guess what? I think the starter just broke. We had problems with this starter before. You know, we gotta give her the old rat-a-tatter every once in a while. Loyal! Just loyal. thing has been setting for 3 years. Guys, you can't make this up. Oh boy. I ain't kidding you. It's got bad gas in it. I didn't even put gas in it. Matter of fact, it was probably running off what had been sitting in the carburetor all that time. She's just loyal, guys. You can't do that. Oh, let's get it out of here. Woo! Oh boy. The battery's dying, but she's going. What's going on, guys? Pardon the wind noise. We're back with the, I guess you would call this the outro of the video. But we just got home from work. And you seen me yesterday, which, you know, this video about that lawnmower that we did. That was yesterday, Thursday, Friday. And so it's been sitting, roughly 24 hours right now. So we're going to come in here, and I'm turning the light on because I know it's dark. Well, we're going to go over here and actually check and see if what we fixed worked on it, which was the oil leak. It's really dark in this corner, and I got, without digging it out, I need to get another light for up here, but for the shop here, but we're going to push it back a little bit and pop the damn hood here and see if our repair job worked. So if you just give me a second, I'm going to take that in the house. That's a good shelf right there. Put it next to my desk. Here we go. Look, let's see here. And we'll go around the other side. Get my flashlight on the phone out for you guys. And let's see if you guys can see. There is no oil leak on that. So before, when we would, and I'm going to stand in here for a second because the wind is horrible outside, but when we would leave it set for a couple of days, it would just, the oil would leak down on the exhaust, and then every time we started it, it would just smoke for like hours, burn the oil off the exhaust. Well, it's not doing that now, so we got it fixed. I got to get me a couple more lights for that side of the shop, and one probably for the back there where that fan is. Or I might get 3 more. I don't know. But I got to get a couple more over there. And we've got to get this cleaned out a little bit. This mess is... But this is our shop here, and I'm gonna start making videos out of it, but I've got to clean this mess up. This is all junk that I let people store here that they don't want anymore, and I got the floor for my bathroom in here, old speaker boxes and air conditioners, barbecue grills, smokers, 4-wheelers. However, this over here, I'm pretty proud of. My little setup I got going on here. So I'll tell you a story real quick at the end of this video here about this little pegboard here. If you zoom in up here, there is an S for south And then there's all these marks where they cut it out. Well, crazy story about this here pegboard. My grandfather, which was a huge inspiration, well, basically the one that taught me a lot about mechanicking and different things that we do and working on stuff. And when I was little, he died when I was 11 years old. I'm 34 now. But I live in the same town as my mom grew up in. And my grandpa installed that very same pegboard that is his writing, his S on there for the south side, the very same pegboard in his garage when he built it back when my mother was in high school. That would be a stick hitting the roof. So I'll have to take you by the house. The house has since been sold a few times. My mom and her new husband lived there temporarily. There's a big old smudge right in the middle of my screen. There we go. My mom and her new husband lived there for a little bit. But the kid that actually just bought it and his wife went to school with my brother. And so we have, everybody's on Facebook around here that we know, and they are turning the house back into a bed and breakfast like it was before my grandparents bought it. So they want to return it back to the original state that it was in. So she posted on Facebook that they were going to tear the garage down that my grandpa built back in the 80s. And my mom, being the smart person that she remembers all this stuff, calls and says, hey, is that pegboard still up there? And Sarah's like, yeah, it's still up there. And she's like, my son would love to have it. It would mean a lot to him for him to put it in his shop. It's something for him to, remember his grandpa by, and he likes to work in the shop in the summer, and so that would be great. And so they actually went over and got it and called me up and said, hey, we got a surprise for you. Where are you at? And I was like, well, I'm on the way home, whatever. They brought me this in the back of the truck, and they said, this is Grandpa's. It's got some of his writing on it. Hang it up, use it. He would want you to have it. And so there it is. And I got my tools hanging on it. And it's a pretty good little setup, I think. So, and the toolbox that's right next to it, the little tiny toolbox there, it is actually my mom's ex-husband, which was my stepdad for many years. He actually gave that to me. So that was something that, we used to work on stuff a lot together. So he gave me that, and so I thought, well, we got the four-wheeler over there, and we got, stuff over there, and that side's a little bit less congested than this side after all the stuff's out of the way. Maybe we should, do some of the mechanicking over there. And oddly enough, in the wintertime, that side of the garage stays warmer because the sun shines on that side of the garage and heats it up. So I thought the pegboard over there in the summertime would help not get so much, maybe a little insulation. I want to get another piece and put next to it, but I probably won't. But anyway, I just thought I'd make this closing little video here before I was just getting home, and I was going in and I turned my computer on, and I was getting to edit that video that we made yesterday of us getting the lawnmower going. And I realized that I didn't show y'all a result, and I did ride it around a couple of times, a little bit in the video, but I didn't tell you that, whether the oil leak was fixed or not. So I thought, let's make an outro to that. And also, I told y'all in the video my camera died. Well, I thought it was kind of weird that my camera went from full battery to zero. My battery broke. It completely broke. The original battery that came with this Lumix camera, when I bought it a few years back, which at the time it was like a $600 camera. I've been using it for my, some of my review videos and stuff, but I really don't use it around the house too much. And so I got it out the other day, and I'm using it in the garage, and I had it set up on the little thing, and it had a full battery, and I, showed you all me putting the head in the valve cover and the spark plug back in the mower here, and the battery died. It just started blinking at me. It was beeping and saying the battery was dead, and I was like, well, that's weird. That battery was just charged today. And I pulled it out of the camera. It was a little hard to get out, and I pulled it out of the camera, and the battery was split down the side. So apparently it just gave up it pooped the bed, proverbially, right? And just decided it wasn't going to work anymore. So I have 2 other batteries for it that I threw on the charger, and I'm using one of the other batteries right now, and it's fine. So crisis averted on that, I guess. Just have to get it up, which I can order Amazon. They're like $50, so you get 2 of them for like $49, and a charger. So you get 2 batteries, 2 charger. Like the pack comes with a charger, and yeah. Oh, also speaking of, it comes with a charger and 2 batteries for like $45. But speaking of stuff that was my grandfather's, this electric still saw, which is a circular saw, and this old, I really need a light right here. I'm gonna have to get a light, but this old saw here, that was also my grandpa's. My dad, my real dad, called me up one day and said, hey, what are you doing? And he was cleaning his garage out and found tools that my grandpa let him borrow back when I was like 5 to build something, and he never gave them back. And my grandpa had moved out of state and told him not to, basically said, hey, whatever. And went and bought new stuff, and I ended up with them. So I have those now too. So it's kind of cool how that works. But I also have some stuff up in here, like this army hat was from my step-grandfather. I've got 2 of his toolboxes back there on the shelf that's got different tools in it. So, but anyway, I will talk to y'all in the next video. My phone's ringing, so I guess I better answer it. But I just wanted to do a little outro. We'll see y'all later, guys.